Good morning and welcome to Monday Mercy, the series of videos being produced by Jubilee Plus, an excellent series. I encourage you to go back and look at some of the back catalogue. It's a great privilege for me to be able to speak into this series this morning, especially about this wonderful subject of God's mercy. There's a verse in the New Testament, Ephesians 2 verse 14, which tells us that God is rich in mercy, rich in mercy. And the word mercy literally means pity, compassion, clemency. God is rich in compassion, in pity, in clemency. He's rich in mercy. You're always on a winner appealing to his mercy. Now, the mercy of God is evident throughout the whole Bible, but I found it in a rather unusual place the other day when I was reading my Bible through. I was reading Genesis through, and I was reading about the destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah. And tucked away in there was a very clear example of God's mercy. So it's about Lot and his family. Let me just read you this part of the story. It's on the verge of the judgment of those cities. As morning dawned, the angels urged Lot, saying, "Up, take your wife, your two daughters who are here, lest you be swept away in the punishment of the city." But he lingered. So the men seized him and his wife and his two daughters by the hand, the Lord being merciful to him. And they brought him out and set him outside the city. And as they brought them out, one said, "Escape for your life. Do not look back or stop anywhere in the valley. Escape to the hills, lest you be swept away." And Lot said to them, "Oh, my lords, no. Behold, your servant has found favour in your sight. You've shown me great kindness in saving my life. I cannot escape to the hills, lest disaster overtake me and I die. Behold, this city is near enough to flee to. It's a little one. Let me escape there. Is it not a little one? And my life will be saved." So he, that's God, said to him, "Behold, I grant you this favour also, that I will not overthrow the city of which you have spoken. Escape there quickly, for I can do nothing till you arrive there." Therefore the name of the city was called Zoar. Now, the backstory to this is that Lot is one of God's people. He's been travelling with Abraham earlier with his wife and daughters, and he fell out with Abraham. He got fed up with that travelling, that nomadic life that God's people had, and he decided he wanted to go his own way. And he chose to go towards the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah because they were in a valley, looked very lush and attractive. He started off with a tent near the cities. Quite soon he went into the cities. His daughters married men from the city. He ends up, at the beginning of this chapter 19, as an elder in the gate of the city of Sodom. So that probably means he's a magistrate or something. So he's got right embedded in what is a very decadent and sinful city, and probably also very wealthy and materialistic, a city that might have echoes of our culture today. And now Lot, who's one of God's people, one of the people of promise, is a long way from where he should be with Abraham and the extended family. And as a result, he is caught up in the judgment that is coming on these cities. And actually, to be honest, sin does reap judgment sometime or other. The wages of sin is death. And the more involved you get in things that are compromising your faith, the more dangerous it gets. It may feel great for a while, may be quite relaxing and comfortable for a while, but it usually ends in tears, and it certainly did for Lot. Now, even as the destruction is coming on this city, God has mercy on Lot and his family. And frankly, this mercy is shown by having to sort of force them to come out of the city. They don't really want to go. They don't even understand God's being merciful to them. But he is. His eye is still on them, and he's not going to let them be swept away. Then when they come out of the city, Lot, who's still a bit half-baked as a man of God, he starts talking to God, and it's a prayer, really, and God answers his prayer. He asks, "Oh, can we go and live in that little city?" God says, "Yes, you can." And actually, the mercy that Lot's experiencing sort of overflows, doesn't it? And the city of Zoar is spared the judgment as well. Well, why do I tell you all this? Because it's a striking lesson for all of us as Christians, those who follow Jesus. We don't always stay on course. We can drift away from the people of God. We can get embedded in the world, get embedded and compromised. like Lot clearly was. And yet God still has his eye on us, and he's still merciful to us as he was to Lot. Sometimes, as with Lot, we won't even understand we're experiencing the mercy of God as he pulls us out from a dangerous situation or a self-destructive spiral. But God is looking after us. His mercy is great. He is rich in mercy. And as we find here, even in our imperfect and backslidden state, God in his mercy will still hear our prayers and answer them. We're always on a winner when we appeal to God's mercy, to his compassion, to his pity, to his clemency. God loves to respond to cries for mercy and help and favour and compassion. For God is rich in mercy. God bless you.